about your hometown and surrounding area. Tiger Talk is brought to you by Strain Beans Coffee House on Lower Main in Princeton, Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Katie's Delicious Homemade Goodness, and Perry's Floors and more. And a very good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to Tiger Talk. Tiger right here at WPKY Studios. And I have the pleasure of welcoming into our WPKY Studios three wonderful students out of Caldwell County High School. Representing our Caldwell County FFA chapter, I have Madi Mason, the reporter of the local FFA chapter. Hannah Greenfield is the vice president. And Hannah York, the president of the Caldwell County FFA chapter. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
How is everybody?
We're good.
Good. It's so nice to see you, and we're back at school. We had a little bit of snow. We missed yesterday. But we are back, and you guys are here, and so nice to see you. Lots of good things going on, I know, at our FFA chapter. And Madi, let's start with you and tell us a little bit about what's going on.
All right. On Friday, March 9th of 2018, several members of the Caldwell County FFA chapter traveled to Murray State University to compete among many FFA chapters in the Pennyroyal region. There were many individual competitors and also teams competing. Individual contests included impromptu speaking, AIC, quiz contest, FFA creed, and the talent contest. The team contests Caldwell County participated in were record keeping and junior and senior parliamentary procedure. It was a successful day for the Caldwell County FFA chapter. Caldwell had 13 impromptu speakers that competed this year. The following individuals placed in the following categories: J.C. Travis, horse impromptu; Josie Witherspoon, floral impromptu; Stephen Phelps, crop impromptu; Madison Crider, fruit and vegetable impromptu; Megan Butler, greenhouse impromptu; Haley Lofton, nursery and landscape impromptu; Madison Mason, turf and lawn care impromptu; Shelby Lane, dairy impromptu; Brian Gill, beef impromptu; Maddox Cummins, poultry impromptu; Cassidy Jackson, small animal impromptu; J.R. Blackburn, agriculture mechanics; and Hannah Greenfield, extemporaneous public speaking. Caldwell had overall 5 individuals that placed superior first or second to qualify for state competition in June. Those members were Haley Lofton, Cassidy Jackson, Madison Crider, Maddox Cummins, and Josie Witherspoon. Representing Caldwell in the quiz contest was Kylie York. In this particular contest, Kylie, along with several other FFA members, competed by answering questions about the National FFA Association. Questions ranged from when was the first FFA chapter chartered to when were girls allowed to join FFA. Kylie got an excellent rating.
Showing off his talent skills this year was Maddox Cummins. He has previously done this competition in the past at FFA camp. For the first year, Maddox walked away with a superior first ranking this year and will be competing at state convention this June. Caldwell County also had an agriculture record-keeping team compete at regionals. Members of the team included Kaylee Brown, Nicole Cravens, Catherine Eldridge, and Taylor Scott. In the record-keeping contest, members compete individually, but their scores are combined together to form the team's overall score. They keep records of expenses and incomes that would be beneficial on a farm or in an accounting area. This year, the teams competed using computers, so the scores have not been announced, but our team looks very promising. We should know if this team qualified for state convention very soon. One of the crucial parts to the FFA is to be able to recite the FFA creed. This year, Kylie York won at the chapter level in this contest and advanced on to regionals. At Murray, Kylie and several other competitors recited the creed to a panel of judges. Individuals were scored, and Kylie received a superior ranking. Maddox Cummins competed in the AIC, or American Institute of Cooperatives contest at Murray. To compete, Maddox took a test on business principles and applications. This year, in the contest, Maddox Cummins received an excellent ranking.
Caldwell's senior parliamentary procedure team competed at Murray State as well. This year, it consisted of 2 parts, a 25-question test and then the actual display of how a meeting would run. Team members consisted of Madison Kreider, Hannah Greenfield, Maddox Cummins, Madison Mason, Josie Witherspoon, Haley Lofton, Hannah York, and Ashlyn Deering, Cassidy Jackson, J.C. Travis, and Sid Nichols. The senior parliamentary procedure team walked away with a superior first rating for the 6th year in a row, and we will compete at the state competition in June. The Caldwell County FFA Conduct of Meetings team came away from regionals with a superior second rating. Team members included Hannah Young, Kyla York, Letitia Perez, Dalton Haney, Jaden Tao, Austin Ritchie, Shelby Lane, and Dylan Adams. Caldwell had a very successful day at Murray State University for the regional competition. They will have many individuals representing the chapter and the region at the state competition in early June in Lexington, Kentucky.
Wow. Did you have to take an extra bus to bring all the hardware back? I mean, that's fantastic. So, very, very big day at Murray State University, and so diverse. I mean, you guys covered all kinds of areas there, and I know Megan and Mr. York, or Miss Woods and Mr. York, are very proud, and you guys go all year and prep for this stuff, and it's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
For sure.
So let's talk about what you do, Maddie. What's your favorite thing about FFA? What does FFA do to enrich you?
I would have to say a lot of it deals with doing, like, you just do so much with the FFA, and it's not just cows, plows, and sows like most people expected. It's a lot more than that. You have to do paperwork.
I've not heard that one.
Yes. I mean, there's paperwork you have to do, there's proficiencies, you do all kinds of different jobs within the community and just stuff within your chapter, and it's a lot of fun.
Cows, plows, and sows. I like it. All right, what about you, Hannah?
I think it is just a really important part of our community and the world. I don't know if I'm going to have a job in agriculture, but being an FFA helps you with communication skills and leadership skills, and you're able to get close to people that you may not have known otherwise. So I think it's a great opportunity to be involved in.
It's a great way to build friendships and network, isn't it?
Yes.
And for you, Hannah, I know you've really, it's part of your family and who you are. So tell us about your experience with FFA.
I know they've talked about it, but I would say FFA is definitely a family, home away from home for sure. And it's also, it pushes you to get out of your comfort zone. I know that for me, freshman year, you wouldn't see me at a radio station like I am right now talking. There are several things that I wouldn't be doing if it wasn't for FFA.
It's no big deal now.
No, I can do it now. It just gets you out of your comfort zone and pushes leadership skills onto you and communication skill that you didn't have before it.
And you can stand up in the middle of a room of people and probably say a few things as well. And a lot of people struggle with that, but I think FFA, more than anything, really helps you. I know several of you were last night at the conservation banquet and had speaking roles and did a fantastic job. So that's wonderful. And of course, last month, I think the 17th through the 23rd was National FFA Week, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about that. Of course, I ran Gracie Furnish's PSA on the radio station some, but what are some of the things that the Caldwell County FFA chapter, what are some of the things you all did to celebrate that?
Well, National FFA Week is just about putting the word out about FFA and what we do. So we had a lot of different activities every day after school, and those were...
The Saturday before National FFA Week, we took a bus of kids to Murray State University to just enhance their ability to see how the campus was, and we went to a basketball game, which Murray won, so that's pretty good.
Yes.
And we had some pictures with the mascot. He was pretty fun.
Dunker.
Yes. And Monday we took 19 to 20 members to Paducah. We went to Pizza Inn. We played laser tag, and that was a fun night. Wednesday was the family game night. We had our state officer, Aaron Stallings, come with us that night. And the following night, on Thursday, we had 43 green hands inducted, and we also had 16 chapter degrees. And so that was a big deal for our chapter. Those are pretty high numbers. And we also had the Kentucky State Vice President, Braden Burks, join us that night. So he came.
At the ceremony.
Yes.
Nice.
And he came and he joined us at the ceremony. We showed him around the ag department. And a few members after the ceremony came, and we ate Sonic with him. He was a pretty down-to-earth guy. And so he was.
Did you talk about plows, cows, and sows?
Yes, we did.
That's great. I know it's a fun week, and it was neat to get online and see some of the other activities other FFA chapters were doing. It's a national celebration, isn't it?
Yes.
Just to make people aware about FFA and all just the wonderful stuff that's going on. We're going to take a quick break. I know you've got some upcoming events that you want to alert everybody about. We'll take a quick break here on Tiger Talk, and we'll come back and we'll talk more about what's coming up for the Caldwell County FFA chapter in just a second, okay? All right. We have Madi Mason, Hannah Greenfield, and Hannah York in studio. We're talking Caldwell County FFA chapter, all kinds of good stuff they have going on, and we're going to talk more about it here on Tiger Talk at 8:16. Come back and join us, everybody. Back in a moment.
String Beans Coffee House in downtown Princeton specializes in made-to-order espresso drinks. Stop by Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to noon and enjoy a pick-me-up. You can also enjoy fresh-baked scones, homemade chocolate chip and oatmeal raisin cookies, and espresso brownies that'll keep you going all day long. They're also open on Saturday from 9 to 2. String Beans Coffee House on Lower Main in Princeton. Great coffee and more in a great atmosphere on Lower Main in downtown Princeton.
Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz is the place to shop for delicious homemade goodness. Hancock's makes their own fresh chicken salad, pimento cheese, salads, and a variety of mouth-watering desserts sure to please your entire family. While at Hancock's, be sure to visit their meat department for the best selection of USDA choice meats in the area. Hancock's Neighborhood Market in Cadiz, hometown, homemade goodness, and the Hancock name you know and trust for quality for your family. Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz.
Since 1978, Perry's Floors and More has been selling, installing, and servicing homeowners throughout Western Kentucky with quality flooring and workmanship. Perry's Floors and More carries luxury vinyl plank and luxury vinyl tile, carpet, window treatments, and more. Quality brands like Mannington, Shaw, Tarkett, Beaulieu, and Flexitech. There is a reason why we say you can walk on our reputation. Come see Bill and Lucy at 127 West Market Street or call 270-365-9869.
And at 8:18, we are back here on Tiger Talk, Caldwell County FFA chapter. In the house, I have Hannah York, Hannah Greenfield, and Madi Mason here. And Hannah, all kinds of spring events and things coming up for our Caldwell County FFA chapter. Tell us about it.
One of our big competitions that's coming up is our Regional Paperwork Day. This is where we send all of our proficiencies and regional officer candidates and state officer candidates. Last year, we took about 26 proficiencies to the regional level, and 23 of them won first and advanced on to state. And we had probably 5 or so that placed in the top 3 or won at the state level, and we're hoping to do that again this year. This year, our state officer candidate is J.T. Holt, and we have not chosen a regional officer candidate yet, but this is where the regional officer panel will be chosen through the year of 2018-2019.
Okay.
April 18th is Murray Field Day, and we do contests like land judging and tobacco judging, floriculture, nursery, just all kinds of things. Last year, we actually placed first at Murray Field Day, and that was a big thing for us, and we're hoping to do that again this year.
As an overall team?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it was pretty good. And April 9th, our greenhouse is opening. It's flourishing right now. I actually have a greenhouse class, so I'm in there every day, and it's just full, and I'm so ready for it to open because
What
I
kind
know
of stuff's in there?
we have some dwarf sunflowers. They're super pretty. I know we have tons and tons of ferns, all different kinds, all kinds of flowers. We have petunias and impatiens.
All kinds of good stuff.
Yes.
Now, can folks come out there to purchase? I know you guys set up at different spots around town sometimes as well.
Yes.
But can people just come out there
Yes.
at certain hours and buy?
We'll be open during the day. Not someone will be in there all the time, but we always watch at the greenhouse. So if a car pulls up, then we'll just go out there. And then we're open after school Monday through Friday until about 4 o'clock.
Excellent. That's good. And that's you said the opening April the
9th.
9th. Okay, so if you're out there listening or watching on YouTube, get ready. There'll be all kinds of goodies out there to make your lawn, your hanging basket, your porch look really great. Your flower beds. All right, what else is coming up?
Our chapter banquet will be May 4th, and this is just kind of an event to celebrate everything we have accomplished as a chapter through the past year, and just to recognize specific individuals that have done outstanding work throughout the year. We will be inducting a new set of officers at this banquet, and it's just kind of a celebration of everything we've accomplished. And it's a really fun time when we're in the process of planning that right now, and so it's going to be great. All of the family members and friends of any FFA members are allowed to come to that.
And it's at the end of school or toward the end of school.
Yes.
That always makes it good. But yeah, that's a nice event and a nice day to sort of celebrate the year. Good deal.
On June 4th, we will go up to Lexington, Kentucky to compete at state convention. That is held from June 5th through 7th. That's the state competition. So the impromptu speakers that I spoke about a little earlier on the show, they will be advancing to that. The senior parley team will be competing in that against the state. And we hopefully will bring a few proficiencies up there to compete for the state level and maybe win a national title like our previous speaker did.
Hannah York,
That's fantastic. And tell us a little bit about your national title, and it had to coincide with your landscaping and your business aspect of that. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, if any of you don't know, I have a small business that I do in Princeton, Fredonia, Marion, and also in Caldwell and Eddyville, and I do seasonal decorations for homes and businesses. These displays consist of cornstalk bundles, mums, straw, pumpkins, and just other decorative winter squash and gourds. This has been going on for about 4 years now, I think, and each year I've been super successful. This past year I'd competed in this proficiency area since I was a freshman, and so I had won regionals every single year, and I had competed at state but had never placed in the top 3 at state. And it was last June it actually won first, and then it was sent on to the national level to be judged. And I'm not sure exactly how many. I think there's maybe 15 to 20 that are judged at the national level, and there's only 4 that are chosen to be finalists, you would say. And those 4 finalists are sent to the national convention, which it was in Indianapolis this past year. And you will do an interview with a panel of judges. It's probably about 30 minutes long. And then it's half of the interview and then half the actual proficiency application that they judge. And I competed against 2 college sophomores and a college freshman, all from all over the United States. And they chose me to be the winner.
Yeah.
I honestly did not think that a high school senior would win it against those other 3 because they had a lot more records than me, but I did, and I was really proud. It's something to show.
I think so, and congratulations. But I think a lot of it has to do, I think, when you're sitting in front of those judges and you're going through that interview, and there's a prime example of how the skills FFA exposes you to as to how well you can perform, because it's an overall experience. And yeah, they might have had better records, but you obviously impressed the judges in several areas. So congratulations to you. What an award. And I tell you what, it's so proud to live I'm so proud to live in a community where we have young people that are really doing really great things, not only on the athletic field, but in other places as well. Our FFA chapter has a long tradition of excellence from the advisors and instructors that I had way back in the day to now. It's just a wonderful tradition, and can't say enough about it. I mean, this is an agricultural community we live in, and FFA is a big part of that. So you have a lot to be proud of, and so glad that you decided to stop by today. Tell us about the chapter and what you all have going on there. And like I said, if you're out there whittling in the back, we want to know about it here at WPKY. if you're tending to the plows and the cows and the sows, we want to know about it. About it too. I'm going to have that. I'm going to say that all day long now. I mean, you never know where I might pull that out. I love it. I've never heard that. So, but that's great. I mean, you have a slogan there. FFA. It's just not about plows, cows, and sows. So, I love it. Hey, did we leave out anything?
I was going to mention
Yes.
FFA camp. It's in July, the 2nd through the 6th, and this is just kind of it's starting the new year and a way for our chapter to bond and also a way for us to get to know other FFA members from all over the state. It's just a really fun time, and we all look forward to that the whole year.
Well, it's I'm sure it is, and so impressed with you young ladies, all your accomplishments, the entire chapter. Kudos to Mr. York, Miss Woods, and everybody that helps with our chapter out there, and of course you officers that lead the way. So congratulations to you all, and thank you so much for being here. I tried to keep you out as long as I could, but half hour is pretty good. So thank you so much for updating us about the FFA chapter. If you need to know more, folks, keep listening to WPKY. Check out the Times Leader, because our FFA chapter is very active here in our community and around, and they're highly decorated and doing great things. So thank you all so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
I had the pleasure of welcoming in the WPKY studios representatives of Caldwell County FFA chapter. I had reporter Madi Mason, Vice President Hannah Greenfield, and President Hannah York of our Caldwell County FFA chapter. That's going to wrap up this edition of Tiger Talk here on your hometown radio station, WPKY, The Tiger. Thank you so much for joining us. It's 8:27. I'm Ty Engelbright. Have a wonderful Tuesday, everybody.